Evelyn to Philip, V-mail dated August 23, 1944. Dearest Phil, tonight my brother Seymour came in on a 10-day furlough. He looked great and is mighty happy to be home. My folks are equally happy that he is home. He told us that there are only 4 Jews in the whole company, and shortly after they arrived, the fellows made cracks against the Jews. Cy and another fellow, who was a toughie, got up and told the whole damn bunch to get up and say what they had to say about the Jews in front of their faces so that they could be given a lesson. No one ventured to go out of his way. Cy gave me a picture of the company that was made recently. I haven't had mail from you for 5 days now, and I'm terribly disappointed in your negligence in writing. I'm sure if you'd go out of your way just a little bit, you'd certainly be able to get a few words off to me more often. Gosh, honey, it's almost 11. I've been busy every single moment of this day. In fact, I just finished writing letters to Milt, Gloria, and Ruth, and I'm very, very tired. I had another V-mail from Milt today, and do you know, sweet, that he writes to me every 4 days? Which is as much as you seem to be writing to me. Somehow I'm not flattered when I compare it with your letters. I do realize that circumstances may have prevented you from writing, dear, and I'm not really angry, but please try to write more often, will you? Milt's V-mail today wasn't good at all. He has dropped so much weight that his clothes do not fit him. In 2 days, he had only a slice of bread, 2 cups of coffee, and a half of peach to keep him going. I'm going to send him a package and have asked him several times to request what he desires most. He told me that Mickey Brown is going to undergo an operation for some trouble that has been bothering him from an auto accident. Mom went to Brown's Mills again last night and told me to tell you that she would write to you when she got back. She just wrote Jack a 7-pager and didn't want to be partial. Mom had a letter from Zelda some time ago in which Zelda said that Carmela wants to become a nurse. Zelda thought Adele very cute in the snap we sent. I called Dot daily, and so far Snuff is still at New Cumberland. Dot went out to see him this past Sunday. She gets mail from him regularly. Mike Nierenberg called this evening and made me promise that I would come out to see them this coming Sunday with Adele, which I fully intend to do. He promised to make moving pictures of Adele, and if you can get hold of an 8mm projector, I would send the film along for you to see, but it would have to be returned. I think Adele's last 2 teeth are just about out. Thank God. I fixed my hair very nicely today, and when I finished, Adele looked at it and said, "Mommy, pretty." She looks at the pin you sent me, and when I ask who sent it, she says, "Daddy." So there now. Guess she'll know you, honey. She also says, instead of no at times, and it's extra special cute. I love you, dear. Your Ev. Evelyn to Philip, V-mail dated August 24th, 1944. Dearest Phil, I was very disappointed when the mailman passed me up for the 6th day in a row this morning. However, this evening I was gratified no end to learn that he favored me with 3 letters of yours of August 14th, 15th, and 17th in the afternoon, and a nice card from Snuff, who promises to write just as soon as he is settled. I herewith apologize for calling you down for not writing. I guess it was just because I was so let down. Tony is in England now, and Faye's hubby is at a POE. He sent Faye a $10 bond. Did you know they were issued in that denomination? The weather continues cool, and I didn't manage to get down to see Lil this evening, and I promised her I'd definitely be down tomorrow evening. I shall try to write a letter before I leave. All your letters were very, very sweet, darling, and made me long for you more than ever. I've been sort of blue all week anyway, but your letters cheered me up no end. I'm glad you finally wrote to Glow. It's funny, but as she always says, we both think of her at exactly the same time. Proof, she always received a letter from each of us on the same day. She claims it never fails. I wrote to her yesterday, and no doubt the letter you mention in today's letters reached her today too, as mine did. So there you are. As you know by this time, I am definitely not taking any vacation. I'd much rather save it for you any day, sweet. And though I had decided to splurge where clothes are concerned this fall, I'll try to keep as low as possible and save the bulk so that we may shop together. That last sounds good enough to eat. Yes, dear, Adele knows her daddy's name. She even learned to say Seymour distinctly and is really getting to know him now that she is at the house all day. I do hope you found time to write to Mike, as I'm sure he is most anxious to hear from you. Adele is going through another stage. She becomes terribly panic-stricken at the slightest move. For instance, if the wind blows, she'll run to me and grab me and cry, "Mommy, Mommy, Mommy." She's deathly afraid of shadows and drives me insane when she acts thusly. I can't handle her at all, and I've made up my mind not to let it bother me further. If the sky clouds up, she immediately becomes frightened. I guess it's just a matter of becoming used to such new things. God, what crazy things kids do. She's just as sweet, though, as she's ever been. After all, we aren't perfect by any means, and get smarter every day. She doesn't walk, she runs all day long. She showed me the moon this evening. It sort of made me remember various other occasions that I'll never forget, and calls the sky tide. Her two front teeth haven't actually cut themselves through as yet, but are merely very close to the edge, so much so that they can be felt. She's much, much better and is eating her meals nicely. It's very late, honey, and though I'm not very tired this evening, I do have to get up early, so I'm going to post this and hit the hay. Really, baby, I could go on all evening telling you how much I adore you, how much I miss you, and how I long to hold you close to me once more. Sigh. Your Ev.